Hey everyone, before today's video begins, I want to remind all of you about our master classes. Inevitably, after every class, we get a lot of messages of people who wanted to attend, but never heard about the class in their area. So I'm doing my due diligence and making sure before every video I'm announcing where we're going to be and when, and reminding all of you to make sure to sign up early because we do have to ship products to classes, and that takes about a week, and we want anyone and everyone who wants to attend to get a chance to go. Our class with Carmina in San Francisco is coming up on March 28th, and signups close on March 19th. So please head on over to theelegantoxford.com, and if you're in San Francisco or a West Coast fan, sign up while you can. Also, head on over to the website under the Masterclass tab to check out what classes we're doing next. We're going to be with Raphael Snyder of Gentleman's Gazette on April 11th in Minneapolis, Minnesota, at Alan Edmonds in Los Angeles on April 4th, and on the East Coast with Levi, we're doing Dixon Brothers in Columbia, South Carolina on March 21st, and Old Soul Shoe Repair in Nashville, Tennessee, also on April 11th. These paid classes are always incredible, and we hope many of you can attend. Our 2025 classes were so much fun, and we enjoyed meeting all of those who came. 2026 will be even better. See you there. So I'm going to be restoring a pair of St. Crispins. They're wingtips with a really unique Adelaide design, which I really like. But as you can see, they're well worn. They've been polished many times. There's a lot of layers of polish on these. And they're quite beautiful shoes, but they need a restore. So I'm going to show you how to do that in case you have a pair of shoes that's caked with wax and just needs a refresher. Now, you could use acetone or Decapont or Reno Mat, but I don't prefer to use chemicals to remove wax anymore. I just use a hairdryer or a heat gun, and you essentially heat up the wax and liquefy it, and you just wipe it clean off. It's the easiest way, it's no nonsense, it's quick, it's fast. I think the only risk is if your shoe has cracks or rips or cuts. The heat might make the leather tighten up a bit, and that crack or that cut is going to get worse. That's the only thing. So use the tools that you have, but the heat gun is just an incredibly easy way of removing old wax. Okay, now I'm going to be using Reno Mat, and it's really great. It removes excess polish and wax that's left over. It opens up the pores on the leather, and it's pretty safe. It won't remove a shoe's finish unless you go really hard. But generally it's safe, and this is going to get, once the hard wax is out, you have some excess polish on the shoe, you can remove it with Reno Mat. And this is the MDO version. Works the same though. Now, the owner wants a bit of a burnish on the toe only, and you could use a brush or an airbrush, or there's a bunch of different tools you can use to burnish a toe. But one of the easiest ways is just using your finger with a rag around it, and you just dip your finger into the dye, and then that's how you shade, really. And it's quick, it's no nonsense, and you get a lot of control because it's your finger. Just use less dye than you think, and really shade it so that it's darkest at the very tip, and then it kind of gradually lightens near the back for shading. You don't want any stark lines. It'll look cheap and gaudy if you do that. So just make sure you learn how to shade. If you know how to shade because you're a drawer or you've used pencils before, just do that, and it's one of the best ways to do it. And it comes out really even and really nice. So no need to use a tool if it's just a toe burnish. Now it's time for some cream polish, and you really don't need any more dye. We're not going to recolor the shoe, and you'll be surprised what cream polish alone will do. It's got a lot of pigment. It's really going to make the shoe look even, and that dark brown color is going to come in really beautifully. And the burnish looks great, so you really don't need anything else. Just apply 1 or 2 layers of cream polish and then just brush it to a nice shine. And this project is nice and quick. Nothing else needed. Okay, it's time for the mirror shine, and this is the portion that takes the longest, but it's going to be fun. So start with mirror gloss. That's the very hard and dry wax, and that's really going to help you to add some layers, to pack the shoe with wax, and this is the method I use now. So in the World Championships, people use mirror gloss and pack on many layers of wax for like 10 minutes. Okay, so they're packing wax for 10 minutes, and then when it's time to start shining, they use regular Pat Deluxe and then water, and then that's how they start to buff. And right away, you're going to notice a shine almost immediately. And in that 20-minute time frame, world champions can get an amazing shine. So that's really all it takes. You don't really need to do anything else. Just make sure you have a very good layer of mirror gloss, and then you can start shining. And I promise you're going to get the results you need and the results you want. So this is really a foolproof method, and it's one I've been learning and developing ever since I started doing the master classes. Once you're in class and you really got to teach someone how to shine a shoe quickly, this is the method that works. So shout out to Levi. He really kind of convinced me this was the way to go, and it really does work. Alright, here is the before. The shoes were just tired. They had a lot of cracked old wax. And then here is the after. So as you can see, the shoes, I mean, they're not perfect, but they look a lot better. That original dark brown color is back. The toe burnishing is even, and everything's shaded perfectly. And, you know, if I can say so myself, the mirror shine looks amazing. And that's all it really takes. This is a quick project, but these St. Crispins deserved to be restored and reshined. And it's funny, you can have a pair of shoes that you've fallen out of love with, but the second you shine them, I promise you're going to like them again. So get out there and shine your shoes, and go into your closet and find that pair you've been ignoring, and I promise you'll love them again. Thanks for watching.